Keeping these 3 points in mind, we'll recite from Blaze of Non-Dual Bodhicitta, page number 3. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Enthused by great compassion, you taught the Immaculate Dharma to dispel all perverted views. To you, the Buddha Gautama, I pay homage. Taking refuge and generating bodhicitta verse. Sangye chodan sogi chonam la chanchu bhardu dani kapsu chi dage jinso gipe chonam gi tola penche sangye dupar sho sangye chodan sogi chonam la chanchu bhardu dani kapsu chi dage jinso gipe chonam gi tola penche sangye dupar sho Sangye chodan sogi chonam la chanchu bhardu dagni kapsu che dage jinso gipe sonam gi tola penche sangye dupar sho. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Independent origination, there is no ceasing, no arising, no annihilation, no permanence, no coming, no going, no separateness, and no sameness. I prostrate to the consummate Buddha, the supreme among all teachers, the one who taught this peace which is freed of elaborations. I prostrate to the mothers of the hearers, the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, which through the knowledge of all leads hearers seeking pacification to complete peace, which through the knowledge of paths causes those helping migrators to achieve the aims of the world, and through the possession of which helps subduers expound a variety of teaching. The one who has transformed into the reliable guide, motivated by altruism to benefit sentient beings, the teacher, Sugata, and protector, to you I make prostrations. The one who has eliminated the web of conceptualizations and is endowed with the divine bodies of the vast and the profound, who eternally shines forth the forever noble light rays, to you, the Buddha, I make prostrations. Inspired by wisdom and compassion, today in the Buddha's presence, I generate the mind of full awakening for the benefit of all sentient beings. The essence of dependent origination mantra. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum tesham tathagato hyavadat Teshanchayo nirodha evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum tesham tathagato hyavatat Tesham chayo nirodha evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum tesham tathagato hyavadat Tesham chayo nirodha evam vadi mahashramanaye swaha. Meaning of the mantra. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation of the causes as well is taught by the great seer. Profound, peaceful, elaboration-free, clear light and non-composite, such is the nectar light dharma I have discovered. Finding no one to fathom this teaching, in silence I will retire into the woods. Beyond utterance, thought, and expression is the perfection of wisdom, which is unborn, unseized, and has the nature of space. It is the object of apprehension of self-realized wisdom. To you, the mother of the Buddhas of the 3 times, I pay obeisance. The 4 seals of the Buddha's teaching. All composite things are impermanent. All contaminated things are of the nature of suffering. All phenomena are of the nature of emptiness and selflessness. Transcending sorrow is peace. The Guru is the Buddha, the Guru is the Dharma, likewise the Guru is the Sangha. The Guru is the source of everything wholesome. I go for refuge in the Guru. By the sound of the vibrant drum of Dharma, you liberate all beings of miseries. I beseech you to kindly remain and give teachings until the end of the expanse of billions of aeons. The Buddha does not wash the negativities of beings, nor does he remove their miseries by his hands. His spiritual realizations are not transferred to them. It is by teaching the truth of suchness that beings are liberated. With folded hands, I beseech the Buddhas of all directions to shine the light of Dharma for all bewildered in misery's gloom. Instructions on parting from the four attachments. If you are attached to this life, you are not a spiritual practitioner. If you are attached to samsara, you have no renunciation. If you are attached to your own self-interest, you have no bodhicitta. If there is grasping, you do not have the view. Page 14. Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human being to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O Supreme amongst humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme science, face like a spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparable wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the Tathagata, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realm, to the dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the Sangha, I prostrate. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a visual aberration, a flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew, or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the four falls, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Page number 29. The Heart Sutra, the Perfection of Wisdom Sutra, Arya Bhagavati Pragya Paramita Hidya Sutra, Sharam Ningpo. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time. The Buddha was dwelling on Mass of Vultures mountain in Rajgriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Buddha was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound illumination. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aryavalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound illumination of wisdom and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aryavalokiteshvara: how should any child of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom train? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aryavalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Sharadvati Putra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not definite, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factor, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, and thus without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of the great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequaled, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as truth since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared. Tayatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhi Swaha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Buddha arose from the concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aryavalokiteshvara, saying, well, said, son of the lineage. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Buddha, having thus spoken, the Venerable Sharadvati Putra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Aryavalokiteshvara, those surrounding in their entirety, along with the word of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandhavas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Buddha. Heart Sutra Mantra. Dayatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasangate Bodhi Swatyatha Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate 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 Bodhi Swaha. By the teachings of the three supreme jewels possessing the power of truth, inner and outer hindrances be transformed. May they be dispelled. May they be non-existent. May they be pacified. May all negative forces opposed to dharma be completely pacified. May the host of 80,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from problems and conditions harmful to dharma. May all enjoyments be in accord with the dharma. May auspiciousness and perfect happiness pervade this place now. Page number 35. 8 Verses for Training the Mind, Lojong Chigema by Geshe Dorji. With a determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all time. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depth of my heart respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character and those oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others out of jealousy treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offers to others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all hurts and pains of my mother. May all this remain undefiled by the stain of the 8 mundane concerns, and may I, recognizing all things as illusion, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim Dedication Prayer, verse 1. From my 2 collections, vast as space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blinded by ignorance. 7 in practice, excerpt from the King of Prayers, the extraordinary aspiration of the practice of Samantabhadra, Samantabhadra Pranidhana Raja. I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you the Buddhas, the lion amongst humans, born to the freedom in the present, past, and future, in the worlds of 10 direction. To all of you, with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every particle are Buddha numberless as particles, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way, with infinite ocean of praises for you, an ocean of sound from the aspects of my voice. I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you Sugatas. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oil and parasols, sparkling light and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones, the Buddhas. Fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in a spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones, with transcendent offering peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done, with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and ignorance, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all the merits of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the 10 direction, of solitary realizers, hearers still training, and those beyond, and all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the world in 10 direction, who have attained the Buddha's omniscience through the stages of awakening, all who, my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for aeons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight merits I may have accumulated by making prostrations, offering, and confessing, requesting the Buddhas to stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for the full awakening of all beings. Short mandala offering. This crown anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure land. O Shashiku Ki Chushi Me Do Cha Rirablinshi Nideke Sange Shindu Mikte Purvari Jokunamda La Choparasho. The four dharmas of the Venerable Gompopa. May I be blessed that my mind is directed towards the dharma. May I be blessed that my dharma practice is on the proper path. May I be blessed that the path is free of flaws. May I be blessed that the flaws are seen in the light of exalted wisdom. The four dharmas of the Venerable Bhikshu Mahasattva. Becoming utterly frustrated with the ignorance that grasp at true existence, please bless me to generate genuine renunciation, seeing all aspects of samsara as viciously repulsive. Please bless me that my mind stream overflows with the precious bodhicitta that cherishes others more than myself. Please bless me to have an immaculate experience of the wisdom of emptiness that does not even see an atom of intrinsic reality, on the basis of understanding how things come into being by dependent origination through mere conditioning. Please bless me that my mind stream overflows with the precious wisdom of non-duality of bliss and emptiness. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Nirvateyami. The foundation of all good qualities, Yonten Kunshi Yurma by Lama Tsongkhapa. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. The life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of virtuous and non-virtuous karmas follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativity and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Samsaric splendors are unsatisfying and unreliable. Seeking them is the door to all suffering. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate a strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teaching is keeping the pratimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I have fallen into the sea of samsara, so have all mother migratory beings. Please bless me to see this strain in supreme bodhicitta and bear the responsibility of freeing migratory beings. Even if I develop bodhicitta but I do not practice the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distraction to wrong object and correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the fortunate ones, the supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the two stages, the essence of Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the four sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and the path, may I quickly attain the state of a Vajradhara. Miksema mantra. First, we'll recite the meaning of the mantra. You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyer of hosts of demons without exception. Crown jewel of the stages of the land of snows, Losang Drakpa, at your feet I make prostrations. Kanchin kepe suge songkapa lo sadape shabla solva di me tseve te chen re si ti me ke pe vampo champe Kanchin kepe suge lo sanjape shabla sholvade me seve te chen re si ti me ke pe pampo champe Kanche kepe suge songkapa lo sangjape la solvade. Meaning of the mantra: You are Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-referential compassion, and Manjushri, master of flawless wisdom, as well as Vajrapani, destroyer of hordes of demons without exception, Jesung Kappa, crown jewel of sages of the land of snows, Losang Drakpa, at your feet I make prostrations.
So before what things which we did before reading the foundation of all good qualities is preparing us for setting a mind to this practice, and the foundation of all good qualities is creating the roadmap to our full awakening. Now, once having seen the roadmap, we have to actually walk on the road. So for that matter, 4 things to do as a part of walking along the road to enlightenment. The 4 things, what are they? Shamatha, renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom of emptiness. Okay, this form. So first is the shamatha, and I'm not going to explain the reason. You already know that. So for the shamatha, the 4 things to remember: body posture, focal point, errors of meditation, potential errors of meditation, and the remedies to overcome the errors. So for the body posture, the most important thing is 2 things. One is the body should upright and the eyes not closed. These 2 are the 2 most important things. And of course, this seating cushion and the intermittent sound should be stopped, like the sound of the clock. Tick, 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 like this, and then the people making sound in the kitchen, like this. These are very disturbing. And eyes not closed, that's one thing. Then for the focal point, two things happening. One is the tiny white dot between nose and upper lip, and the other one is counting the breath. And for then the number 3 and number 4 for most important things, two most important things, that when you meditate, you may spend like 2 hours, 1 hour, and so forth. But if you don't take care of the number 3 and number 4, your meditation will go just to the waste. So number 3 is identifying the errors of meditation. There are two potential errors: mental excitement and mental laxity. Mental excitement is overactivity of mind, and mental laxity is the inactivity of the mind. Should any of these two things happen, make sure to go for number 4, to apply the remedies to overcome the errors. And remedy is twofold: introspection, mindfulness. Okay, so with this mind ready, 5 minutes. Next, renunciation. Okay, so from renunciation, bodhicitta, and wisdom and emptiness, practice these three fall under the category of the analytical meditation. That is the first thing that we did is shamatha meditation. Later on, when your mind becomes more sophisticated, then the two things can merge together. Aruna, Aruna. And later, then we see that and these two can be merged together. When you become more advanced in meditation, particularly with bodhicitta, wisdom and emptiness. So while we are in the analytical, there's also the single pointed coming together. So till that point, we have to do them separately with focus to improvise on that particular system, to improvise the single pointedness or to improvise your analysis. So renunciation. Renunciation is to renounce the miseries. Okay, today what we said is yesterday I said that we're going to do it on our own without instructions. So what I will do is that I'll just say renounce, I'll explain what it is, and then you follow. And later I go through each of the four seals, all composite things impermanent. Then I'll keep a gap of like 2 or 3 minutes. You meditate on this, grow subtle, and then when I move to the second, all composite things impermanent, no need to hurry. Just keep winding up what you're doing with the first seal, and at your own pace. But of course, not too long. At a pace, wind up and move to the second seal. Ready? Renunciation is renounce miseries. Is not renounce happiness. To renounce the miseries, we need to know how to renounce causes of miseries. The Buddha taught, Ye dharma hetu prabhava, hetum desham tathagata hevatat, desham jayo niruta evam vati ma sharmana swaha. And to renounce the causes of miseries, we need to know what these causes are and what are the respective remedies. For that, the first one, Buddha taught, all composite things seem permanent. all contaminatedness of self nature. Everything is nature, empty and selflessness. Okay, this I'll explain. And today we'll meditate the emptiness of somebody who you love so much, your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your daughter, your son, or somebody at workplace who is extremely nice, kind to you, or anybody who you see as embodied as somebody who's extremely kind, sensible, nice to you, the one who you really have tremendous affection to. Think of that person. And how does the person appear to you? Yes, so objectively and so solidly, or like a dream that your mind is creating. No, not at all. It appears, that person appears so solid, so objectifying. And how does your mind behave seeing that person? Feel so much at ease, emotionally so much at ease and calmness, and the barrier dissolves. Like how the mother sees a child. Okay, so this belief that this person exists as so objectified, so solidly there, this is self-grasping ignorance. And how do you know that this ignorance is not bad mind? Remember what Arya-Nagarjuna taught. If the mirage were to water, why not those close by the mirage see water? With a similar token of reasoning, if this person to whom I love so much would exist objectively, why don't I see this person as I go closer to the object? Okay, let us now go closer to the object, which is technically referred to as subjecting this person to ultimate analysis. Subjecting the person to ultimate analysis, you see initially the thin layer of the skin of the person, which is not that person. Behind that, the fatty tissues. Behind that, alongside the muscles, cartilages, the whole skeleton, heart, the lungs, liver, pancreas, intestine. All these solid parts constitute the element of earth. And yes, of course, the element of earth is not to be identified as objectively as the one with itself, one with that person. Element of water. 4 liters of water which is pumped in and out by the heart to different parts of the body. Of course, that is not to be identified as intrinsically as itself. Element of fire. The body heat. Of course, from distance they can see my mom, my dad, so forth, but the person cannot see the person's her or his body heat from distance. Element of air, 4.6 liters of air that you breathe in and out through your lungs, through different parts of the body. Of course, there's also not that person objectively. Now what is left? The space, the vacuum, the body. 99.9% of our body is vacuum, but I'm not a vacuum. I'm a solid person. So therefore, even the space is also not. Sorry, that person is not the vacuum, is a solid person. Even the space is not that person, is objectively. What's left? The consciousness. The person's consciousness. Of course, there is not that person from in our ultimate analysis. Now, if none of these 6 elements is to be identified as intrinsically one with this self, then see if the self still exists as objectively there, different from, apart from the 6 elements. Remove the 6 elements, what is left? Nothing's left there. This person, to my amazement, the very strong feeling that I had with the person dissolves. The person's not really there. I thought it was there objectively. It just dissolves. Stay in this experience for a while. Okay, this is known as everything is nature, empty selflessness. Okay, what is the benefit of this practice? Yes, just as this person who I love so much is discovered to be empty of objective reality, that subjecting all your sorrows, anxiety, stress, depression, and sadness, subjecting all of the ultimate analysis, just as this person dissolves into emptiness, everything else as well, including sorrows, will dissolve into the vast expanse of the emptiness of objective reality. Wow, that's amazing. This is what the Buddha indicated as transcending sorrow is absolute peace. And how to transcend sorrow? In the ultimate sense, this is the only way by which to transcend sorrow, to experience the emptiness where all your sorrows are transcended. Stay in this experience for a while and generate very strong aspiration, renunciation. May I forever experience this emptiness where all my sorrows, anxiety, anguish, and so forth will dissolve. All my tears dissolve in this. Wow, amazing. This is such a freedom, such a liberation. This aspiration is the ultimate understanding of renunciation. Stay in this experience for a while. Okay, next, bodhicitta. Okay, come out of the practice. For the bodhicitta, again, this is a reminder that the best when you're doing your practice on your own to include the two methods, sevenfold method to generate bodhicitta and method of utilizing exchanging and self-others to generate bodhicitta. So whereas in group, usually I do the four immeasurables to be concluded by the bodhicitta commitment. Ready? Ready? Okay. Bodhicitta practice is extremely precious. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva Shantideva, in his text, Guide to the Bodhisattva Life, chapter 1, in Tibetan, Sergyozi Nabo Cholabu Mizanu Dilani Give Rinjirina Mabe Guvena Simshe Chawarabden Song. In English, the Bodhicitta is like the gold making elixir. When all the useless metals, you apply this gold making elixir, and all the useless metals will become gold, so precious. So precious. So likewise, though we have this impure body, impure speech, and the impure mind, but when complemented by the bodhicitta, then this body becomes a body of the Buddhas. Body becomes the body of the Buddha, and speech becomes the Buddha's speech, and the mind becomes the Buddha's wisdom. Amazing, so precious. So who on earth hold it with great endearment, this bodhicitta at your heart? So because of this is something which I've never experienced before, and many people, hello, 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 and many people think that, oh, bodhicitta, this is such a sacrifice from a person so kind, going through sacrifices. No, it's not a sacrifice. This is the greatest of the wisdom. So wise, because that you experience this bodhicitta, and superficial outside people may see that you are sacrificing. Deep inside, you grow the courage where people lack courage. Deep inside, you are not affected by external factors. People have easily affected other people. The other people easily affected by factors. And deep inside, your ease expands, and people they're craving to feel the ease. They take holidays, but you don't have to take holidays. Anything that you do for others, this is the greatest holiday, which even the people who deliberately take like 10 days holiday spend like lakhs of rupees. They don't get this ease. They're craving for this but not getting it. And from the Bodhisattva path, even what you do with others see as hardship, for you this is a holiday. Your mind expands. This is so beautiful. In other words, we have never experienced that. We require extremely powerful, or someone who truly experienced this experience. So that is the triple jump. So we invoke the blessings of all bodhisattvas to make sure that we are in the right hands with the practice of bodhicitta. So think of all bodhisattvas and bodhisattvas, like they just imagine a little girl tells her mother, tells her father, Dad and Mom, today I'm going to do something so good. You should be there as my support, real model. Yes, parents will be so proud. This is exactly what all bodhisattvas are feeling today. And you invoke them, they're there for you. With this mind of the first immeasurable loving kindness. Here, what we expect is that even if what we are saying, we're supposed to be meditating, contemplating, the words may not resonate with what you are, how your mind naturally thinks. Your mind naturally thinks so, say for yourself, and the words so powerful, think about others, and these two may be totally in contrast. But And some of you may think that this is so superficial. I don't want to do this practice because it's so superficial. My mind doesn't really resonate with this practice. Yes, because it doesn't resonate, you need to do this. Because it doesn't resonate with your natural thinking, you need practice. It's like practicing music, where you first press the keyboards, the keys of the keyboards, you mimic the teacher. Still, there's no music; it's just a noise. This is what is meant by there's no the compatibility between the noise that you're creating versus the music that is expected. So, therefore, you continue doing this, and gradually, this noise will disappear and then music arises. This is mean of practice. So with this mind, you should not feel demoralized if the what we are doing does not resonate with your natural thinking. Okay, with this mind, immeasurable loving kindness. How good would it be that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes happiness. May all my dear mother sentient beings endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. Causes of happiness primarily consisting of the most beautiful mind of the bodhicitta, and the most fearless mind of the wisdom of emptiness. I will take the responsibility that all my dear mother sentient beings are endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. The Buddhist Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, like the mother after all these many years of raising children, and today the eldest daughter is 12, eldest son is 11, two of them come to the mother, telling the mother, please take rest. You've done everything for us. Now we are grown up. We'll take care of all the siblings. And the mother could not believe her eyes and ears. The tears of joy comes out of her eyes. This is exactly what is happening to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. They're so proud to see that you make such courageous commitment to take the responsibility for all the dear sentient beings. And this pride and the joy all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas feel invoke the compassionate minds to send forth nectar, soothing lights towards you and all the sentient beings. They may touch the lesson nectars with the Bodhisattva's yours. It instills in all happiness and the causes happiness within you and all the sentient beings. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to all the sentient beings. You're intense happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sighing with relief. Next, immeasurable compassion. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. Cause of suffering primarily consists of self-grasping ignorance and self-centered attitude. May all my dear sentient beings be freed from suffering and the causes of suffering. I'll take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are freed from suffering and causes of suffering. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, they're intense happy. This joy and happiness invoke the compassionate minds to send forth nectars, very soothing lights towards you and all the sentient beings. The mere touch of lights and nectars with the Bodhisattva's yours washes away all the miseries and causes miseries from you and all the sentient beings. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to all of the sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sighing with relief. immeasurable joy. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are never separated from the happiness and the cause of happiness that they're endowed with. May all my dear sentient beings never be separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. I'll take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are never separated from happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. The Buddhas Bodhisattvas witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, the intensely happy and proud of you, this pride and happiness invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars of soothing lights towards you and all the sentient beings. They may touch the lights and nectars with the water springs of yours, stabilizes the happiness and the causes of happiness that they're endowed with. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to all ultimate sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with the relief. Next, immeasurable equanimity. How good would it be that all my dear sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead making them abide in a great state of equanimity, embracing all other dear sentient beings equally, leaving them aside. May all my dear sentient beings be freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. I'll take the responsibility that all my dear sentient beings are freed from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others. The Buddhas Bodhisattvas witnessing that you're making such a courageous commitment, they're intensely happy and proud of you. This pride and happiness invoke their compassionate minds to send forth nectars of soothing lights towards you and all the sentient beings. They mere touch of lights and nectars with the body springs of yours frees the beings from the biased attitude of excessive attachment towards some and aversion towards others, and instead making them abide in the great state of equanimity, embracing all other mother sentient beings equally, leaving them aside. And you witnessing such a miracle is happening to all of the sentient beings. You're intensely happy. Take 3 deep breaths, sigh with relief. Underscoring all the 4 immeasurables is unconditional love towards all the beings. Stay in this experience for a while and imagine that you are looking in the eyes of each of the sentient beings with total love and affection, glowing with compassion, love and kindness. And to the extent that each one of the beings feels themselves so special in your eyes. And this incredible affection that you feel, which underscores 4 immeasurables, this is the seed for the awakening of your bodhicitta. And bodhicitta is the one which makes the wisdom to work so hard to eradicate all the mental defilements. And your Buddha nature inside, the hidden treasure inside will unravel fully. This is amazing. This is the greatest of the victory that you can think of in this life, in the future lifetimes, for yourself, for others, short term, long term. This is amazing. This is to be celebrated. Amazing. So with this mind, with folded hands, let us make a Buddhist commitment 3 times together, wholeheartedly. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. May I become Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. Abide in this most beautiful mind that possibly exists in the entire universe. Unconditional love of Bodhicitta, desiring to become Buddha for the benefit of dear mother sentient beings. Slowly transform this beautiful mind of the Bodhicitta into a spotlessly clean on the moon disk, horizontally sitting with a heart. Okay, that's amazing that you made Bodhicitta desire to become Buddha, but remember, no matter how much you squeeze a handful of sand, no oil comes out. Yes, I know that. I'm not a handful of sand, I'm like a handful of sunflower seeds, squeezing which oil does come out. We have the potential for Buddha nature, that is known as the, potential Buddhahood, this is known as the Buddha nature, which is a hidden treasure. But how come that since time immemorial till today, it never is awakened? Now, how can I expect? Now, how can I expect that this will be awakened? Yes, you're right. Since time immemorial till today, I've been deceived by the two demons, self-grasping, ignorant, self-centered attitude. And today, for the first time, I discover that these two are my demons. These two are not my friends. I'm disillusioned by these two things today. What are you going to do now? I'm going to resort to a very powerful remedy. Hello. I'm going to resort to a very powerful remedy, which is the wisdom of emptiness. What is it? Okay, let us quickly retrieve the experience of emptiness, which you meditated as the third of the 4 seals. Okay. Think of somebody who you genuinely love so much, your mother, your dad, or anyone. How does the person appear to you? Like a dream, subjectively like a dream, or objective, so solidified there? Yes, of course, so objectively there. This belief is the self-grasping ignorance, and this is root of all the miseries there. This is root of all the tears, the pains of life. Okay. And how do you know that this ignorance is not a wisdom? Remember what Aranigarjuna taught. If the mirage were to be water, were not those close by the mirage see water? If this person were exist objectively, why don't see this person as I go closer to the object? Okay, so let us now go closer to the object to see if the person exists objectively. This is what is technically referred to as the subjective dispersal ultimate analysis. Subjecting this personal ultimate analysis, we see the element earth, the solid parts of the body of the person, element of water, the blood, element of fire, the body heat, element of air, element of space, and the element of consciousness or the mind. Now tell me, you have come too close to a person and you see the 6 elements. Tell me, in the eyes of ultimate analysis, or objectively, where is this person amongst the 6 elements? To my amazement, I discovered just 6 elements there, and none of these 6 elements are to be seen as intrinsically one with the self. That's true. If not, see if self exists as intrinsically or objectively as different from 6 elements. Remove the 6 elements. What happens? Nothing is left there. Now tell me, from the objective, where is that person to whom you love so much? Otherwise, every day, 24/7, the whole last many years, you've been seeing this person so objectively. Now, where is his objective self? No way to be seen. This is what I'm discovering. Seeing this experience of this, where the person dissolves, that you're discovering you're not in ending. Stillness experience so right. The persons know it with seen, stillness experience. This is wisdom of emptiness. Slowly transform this wisdom of emptiness into a spotlessly clean, thumb-sized white vajra, vertically sitting on the moon, just your heart. Okay, now this is amazing. You have the blaze of the non-dual bodhicittas. The moon is symbolic of the conventional bodhicitta, which is to exterminate the self-centered attitude, and the vajra is symbolic of the ultimate bodhicitta, the wisdom, the Mahayana Aryas, the wisdom to realize, directly realize emptiness. It's amazing. That guarantees that all the mental defilements, both afflictive and cognitive obscurations, are going to be exterminated. Wow, this is amazing. I'm so lucky in this extremely blessed land of Ladakh, in Ngari Institute, blessed by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Geshe Dorji Damdul, His Holiness the former Ganden Rinpoche, and many other teachers. We are so lucky that we are generating this bodhicitta. Amazing. This is the place of the non-dual bodhicittas. Yes. This assures us that my Buddha and hidden treasure is going to be awakened. Remember your two parents, all family members, including children, all they are sentient beings, all the tiny creatures to the biggest of the animal in the water bodies, the oceans, from the tiniest insect to the biggest of the elephants in the wilderness, and the spirits, undergoes helping God and goddesses, human beings, animals, in this world, in the entire Milky Way galaxy, in the entire universe. They are suffering. They have been your mothers, extremely kind mothers of the past. Or you invoke incredibly powerful body, the compassion within you, wishing that they be free from suffering. This compassion that is invoked, in turn invokes the Vajramuni at heart to multiply infinite number of times. Share one side of the Vajramon at the heart of your mother, one side at the heart of your father, one side each one of your family members, including children, one of each of the beings who are suffering in the hospitals and so forth, when the mental care centers, institutes, and who are suffering the domestic violence, who are suffering in the borders, who are suffering in the war zones, who are suffering hunger, who are suffering out of ignorance, who are suffering with so much anger and so forth. You just share this version with all the sentient beings so that the anger subsides, compassion grows. Amazing. Meanwhile, let us also not forget that all the Buddhas Bodhisattvas are with us right from the beginning. Why not we request and invite all Buddhas Bodhisattvas to be the witness, as well as the guests who are undertaking the ceremony of engaging in the Bodhisattva vows. So as you're making this request, let us slowly stand up along with all the sentient beings to make true prostrations to all Buddhas Bodhisattvas. Okay, the hand out. Now that we know the meanings of the verses, let us wholeheartedly contemplate on meanings. Just imagine that you as a little girl aged 4 or 5, or little boy aged 4 or 5, for the first time in your life, you had making public appearance on behalf of your school, and your parents, out of incredible love to you, just imagine that they leave behind whatever they have to do that day and come to join the audience, waving their hands to you, saying that we are here, we're so proud of you. And you're looking at your parents, you're so happy. This is exactly what all Buddhists are doing today. As you requested, they come here with great emphasis and with great love and affection. They come and to observe, to be the guests, to be the witness to undertake Bodhicittavivaraṇa. And you, like the little girl, little boy, extremely responsible child, you bring along with you all your siblings to make sure that they also get a chance to do this performance. This is exactly what you're doing. You're including all your dear sentient beings with you to take part in this taking the aspiration Bodhicittavivaraṇa. So with this in mind, you're leading this practice, and all sentient beings joining us, and all Buddhists like your parents, they're watching us with incredible great affection and amazement. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Supreme Sangha. I generate the mind of Bodhicitta to resolve the accomplish the aims of others, myself. Having generated the mind of Supreme Enlightenment, I invite all sentient beings to be my guests and shall engage in their love and excellent practices, full enlightenment, may I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the precious Buddhahood in my heart. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Supreme Sangha. I generate the mind of Bodhicitta to resolve to accomplish the aims of others, myself. Having generated the mind of Supreme Enlightenment, I invite all sentient beings to be my guests and shall engage in their development and excellent practices of full enlightenment. May I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge to the Triple Gem. I confess the negativities individually. I rejoice in the virtues of all the beings. I hold the blessed Buddha in my heart. I go for refuge and turn enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Supreme Sangha. I generate the mind of Bodhicitta to resolve the comes the aims of others, myself. Having generated the mind of Supreme Enlightenment, I invite all sentient beings to be my guests. I shall engage in the delight and excellent practices of full enlightenment. May I become Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as the successfully developed Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall two successful trained Buddhist practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as the previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as the successful dwelling Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall have true successful Buddhist practices. Gurus, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, please be here to me. Just as previous Buddhas have generated the mind of Bodhicitta, and just as they successfully dwell in the Buddhist practices, likewise for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will generate the mind of Bodhicitta, and likewise shall have true successful training in Buddhist practices. Okay, feel the joy over here when you see this Bodhicittavivaraṇa. Okay. Okay. Feel the joy of having received Bodhisattvas. And with this, repeat these two mantras with me. Om Sarva Yoga Chitta Upatayami. Om Sarva Yoga Chitta Ubatayami. Om Sarva Yoga Chitta. Ubatayami. Om Sura de Samaya Tamho. Siddhi Benzayata Sukam. Om Sura de Samaya Tamho. Siddhi Benzayata Sukam. Om Sura de Samaya Tamho. Siddhi Benzayata Sukam. Okay, this is to invoke the blessings and to stabilize your Bodhicitta practice. So just imagine that all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, they're so happy and proud of you. Just imagine all the many years your mother receiving complaints from the school principal that your daughter is extremely naughty, mischievous, your son is extremely naughty, mischievous. Today the school principal comes escorted by the teachers, other teachers, and the mother is again very principal complaints. No. The school principal says, no. We came here to congratulate you. What for? The mother couldn't believe her eyes. Congratulations. Your daughter and your son, two of them are appointed as the best of they selected as the best students of the school for this year. The mother couldn't believe her eyes in years. This is exactly what has happened with Buddhist Bodhisattvas. All these innumerable times, they only wish that we don't engage in non-virtues so that we are freed from suffering. On the contrary, we always engage in virtues, thereby continuously suffer in pains with tears. And all these many lifetimes, Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they just wish that we embrace the virtues so that we have maximum happiness. On the contrary, we destroy our own virtues, and we continue to be deprived of happiness. And today what you did is something very opposite of what otherwise you've been doing. So Buddhist so happy and proud of you today. You made their day. So this joy and happiness they feel invoke the Vajra moon at their hearts to multiply infinite number of times. Like rain shower, they descend to merge with the one that visualize your heart, thereby becoming non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. Likewise, all the replicas of the Vajra moon from Buddhist Bodhisattvas, they descend to merge with the one that visualize the heart of the mother, at the heart of the father, at the heart of each one of them members in the children, and each of the sentient beings here in Ladakh and in the world, in the water bodies, in the oceans, in the wilderness, in the forest, and then the entire Milky Way galaxy, the entire universe, everyone thereby, they become non-dual, stabilized, and blessed. This is amazing. This is amazing. So, the manner in which you repay the kindness of your parents of the innumerable lifetimes, there's nothing greater than what you've done today. You have repaid the kindness of all your dear messenger beings. And there's nothing greater than offering to make to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas than having what you've done today, and today you did it. And of your life, there's nothing greater meaning than this. And today you have given such meaning to life. And all these wonders are happening because the blessings of all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. As you just thank all the Buddhist Bodhisattvas, let us slowly stand up, along with all the other sentient beings, to make 3 prostrations to all Buddhist Bodhisattvas. to page 51. We recite the one verse that we be connected with the station of Bodhicitta, the dual Bodhicittas in the future lifetimes also. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by the compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicittas even across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be even across my life. Throughout my future lifetimes, may I always be guided by compassionate Buddha and be able to uphold the true precious Bodhicittas even across my life. In order to further increase this Bodhicitta from now on, those with discernment who have lucidly seized an awakened mind of Bodhicitta in this way, just like a blind man discovering a jewel in a heap of rubbish. Likewise, by some coincidence, an awakened mind has been born within me. It's the supreme ambrosia that overcomes sovereign death. It's the inexhaustible treasure that eliminates all poverty in the world. It's the supreme medicine that quells the world's disease. Wandering tired on the path of conditioned existence is the universal bridge that leads to freedom from unhappy states of birth. Is the dawning moon of the mind that dispels the torment of disturbing conceptions. Is the great sun that finally removes the misty ignorance of the world. Is the quintessential butter from the journey of middle of Dharma. For all those guests traveling on the path of conditioned existence, who wish to experience abundance of happiness, this will satisfy them with joy and it will place them in supreme bliss. Today, in the presence of all the protectors and invite the world to be guests at a festival of temperate and ultimate delight. May gods, demigods, and all be joyful. Dedication praise. I dedicate the merit thus gathered towards the realization of the deeds and the prayers of Buddhas or Bodhisattvas of 3 times up to the upholding of the doctrine, scripture, and insight, and all lives through the force of this merit, never separate from the full wills of the mind of vehicle, and accomplish all the stages of the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, perfect within the 2 stages. From our 2 collections, vast the space that have amassed, from working with effort at this practice for greater length of time, may become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds wisdom is blinded with ignorance. Buddha Shakyamuni praise. Tuje shagye so shenge meto tege ponjamba se abu jebe ko shaye gebo kela cha lo o mone Mona Yeswa O Mone Mona Yeswa Tage Tuje Shaye Riso Shenge Metu He Ponjamba Sege Lumbo Tabo Jebe Ko Shaye Gembo Chazelo Mone Mone Mahamona Yeswa Mone Mone Mahamona Yeswa Habge tuje shage riso cho shenge me ge bonjamba serge lumbo tabu jebe ku shage gebu ajaselo mone mone Mahamona Yeswa 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 Mone Mone Mahamona Yeswa. Okay, three precisions together.